Up at 6 o'clock this morning, intending to catch the 9 o'clock train for Carlisle. Thank goodness I checked online. It wasn't running. So I had to abandon breakfast, grab a quick shower and head out. Snow was lying on the road, and we never get snow in this vicinity. It was pitch dark, and my windscreen was misting up. Nothing would clear it. I almost turned back twice, but decided to press on. No snow at Carlisle, but desperately cold, and nothing running north. Avanti and Transpennine Express were terminating at Carlisle, the few trains which actually made it as far as this. This stock sat in Platform 1 for a long time, before eventually departing with passengers. Notices around the station warned passengers that they travelled at their own risk.
Platform 5 on 08:50 Northern service to Newcastle. Calling at Weatherall, Portwhistle, Aden Bridge, Hexham, Craddock, Gateshead Metro Centre and Newcastle.
Services across the Tyne Valley line, although frequently at more than 500 feet above sea level, were mostly running and on time. My local line, the old Glasgow and South Western, had a speed restriction imposed on the more northerly stretches, so services from Glasgow to Carlisle were terminated at Dumfries, and a 2-hourly shuttle ran between Dumfries and Carlisle. Hence my frantic dash for an earlier train this morning. All long-distance services cancelled, local trains still running. Although the locals are not bringing in the crowds we normally see on a Saturday. Another one whose final 100 miles have been cancelled. As we understood that nothing was running north of the border, we were a little confused by this and assumed it must be empty stock shunting. So it came as a surprise to see passengers alight. Not many, but some. Although the highest point on the Settle-Carlisle line, A's Gill, is some 250 feet higher than Shap and 150 feet higher than Beatock on the West Coast main line, trains are continuing to run over it. It's fairly obvious that they have encountered something of Storm Bert on their trip. This Newcastle train has also contended with the weather, but completed its journey. The Platform 1 train finally departs north. And another northbound departure. Scotland is rejoining the world. Or is it? From Birmingham to Glasgow, but cancelled here. From Doncaster, via the East Coast Main Line and the Tyne Valley to Carlisle Yard, dead on time regardless of weather, and then continuing on to Prestwick, where it eventually arrives a few minutes early.
The service will call at Oxford, Lake District, Lancaster, Preston, Wigan North Western, Warrington Back Key, and terminate at London Euston. That's platform 4 now for the 10:50 of anti-West Coast service to London Euston. Passengers travelling south at other stations, south of Preston, to Preston for the Midlands and other services to Leeds via Northern Treat.
Forecasted severe weather. And anti-West Coast apologises for the disruption to your journey today. If your journey has been delayed by 15 minutes or more, you may be entitled to compensation. Please check.
So far, Northern Rail has done a good job in keeping its services running, but now problems arise on the Cumbrian Coast. Rumours abound of a tree down on the line at St Bees. A much delayed train sets off, but will go no further than Workington. I had a pub lunch with an old friend in Maryport 3 days ago. Good job it wasn't planned for today.
The next train to platform 5 will leave at 10:54.
But this is what I came for. The 1965 built 86259 Peter Pan or Les Ross, hauling the Edinburgh Festive Explorer from Gloucester to Berwick-on-Tweed via Carlisle and Edinburgh. Now curtailed to Edinburgh, its only concession to storm Bert. The 59-year-old electric loco took over the train at Crewe. It was a very brief stop for crew-changing purposes before setting off for Beatock, Carstairs Junction and the line via Kirknewton to Edinburgh. Now, I'm booked to attend an opera performance tonight, so won't be able to record the return visit at 1808. Having dashed out without breakfast this morning, I'm off to Wetherspoons for a good cheap meal, and then the 1308 back to Dumfries. Thanks for watching, and See you again one of these days.